What's up, YouTube? I'm back. I decided to come back out of retirement, man, and we got a lot to catch up on. This is Big Boss Calvin, 83. Big Boss Calvin. You can call me Big Boss Calvin or Big Boss Calvin, 83. Big Boss Calvin, 83. Just to make sure because I just had a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, so my mouth was a little sticky. But I want to talk about I already discussed this on my Instagram live stream on Instagram. If you want to follow me on Instagram, it's Big Boss Calvin. That's what the name is, Big Boss Calvin on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram. Link in the bio for important links. That will be to your benefit. Anyhow, let's get started. Warriors coach Steve Kerr's scary take on Kyle Rittenhouse verdict. Here's the thing. I'm about to show you the white liberal. Steve Kerr's from California, born and raised. I have never lived out in California. I visited 20 years ago. I want to go back again. It's nice out there. Nice in San Diego, but I've never been to the Bay. I have never been to LA. You know what I'm saying? Never been to those parts, but San Diego's pretty. I like San Diego, but I'd love to take a tour out to California anyway. But here's the thing: I'm going to read you the article, and then I'm going to give my commentary. The Kyle Rittenhouse acquittal became hotly discussed topic among NBA stars, coaches across the country, as the 18-year-old was clear of all charges on Friday. Now I'm going to stop right here because this is what I need. My people, melanated people, regardless if you lean to the left or right, you shouldn't have no political leanings in this because the system is not designed for us. It was never set up by us. We built the system by force, but you got to call out. But you at the same time, you got to call out these sellouts, these race traders, and these effeminate black males, but you got to call out these mammies, these black female race traders who are responsible for most of the slave rebellions that was destroyed when we were trying to actually get free. We had scholars like your Malcolm X, your Sherazad Ali, Eldridge and Kathleen Cleaver, Assata Shakur. We have had Marcus Garvey, Malik Shabazz. We have had a lot of great scholars, a lot of great great revolutionary pioneers and leaders to try to get us free. Malcolm X. I don't speak much of Martin Luther King because he was part of the Boule. But when Martin Luther King became woke, truly awakened and conscious, he admitted that integration was a mistake. Then you got feminism. Then you got the no fault divorce, the destroying the black family, child support, and then you got I'll say it again, the welfare system, the slut culture out here, and then you got women with the unchecked female privilege of gynocracy. And I'll say this again, no fault divorce, the strong and independent, which these women are not strong and independent in nothing. Because how can you say you're strong and independent in Black Girl Magic when you got a lot of black women, like damn near you over 70 to 80% of them going missing every year. Now, when it comes to the whole protection argument, I don't want to go off the main subject, but I gotta state this: how can you scream protection when a lot of these women do not listen to men, don't respect black men in leadership? And a lot of these black females, and your modern day black females mainly, like your Jamil Hills, your Robert Gibbons, your Oprah Winfrey's, your Gayle Kings, your Ava DuVernays, your Susan Rice Heifers, and so on. And these beta male simps who pander to these women, like your TD Jakes, a lot of these black male simps who talk about for women's rights, but when you got Me Too, black man, those women didn't defend you like that until after the fact. You have a lot of brothers who are wrongfully imprisoned and wrongfully murdered But we don't want to talk about how black women call the police on black men more so than the K-Fo, the Karens, triple K, and the Beckys, triple K, the Karens and Beckys, the Caucasian female. See, y'all not gonna like me because I don't care about being canceled or liked because I gotta call a lot of because a lot of black folks contribute to white privilege. You know what I'm saying? We contribute to white privilege every day because we don't want to get on us. You got the men who don't want to be in positions of power or try to get there because you always got that black heifer, that mammy bedwench black heifer who always want to sabotage the black man. Don't want strong male leadership because that means she will have to. That means she can't be a ghetto gagging hoe. Like you saw, like I see many times, especially that recent trending viral video of that 18-year-old, 19-year-old black female talking about how she was getting the good, getting $2,000, but she's still broke. But I digress. So picking off where he was asked about to weigh on the news of the Kyle Rittenhouse verdict. Now on the second paragraph. The Warriors head coach expressed his concern for the not guilty verdict, harping on the ruling means for gun laws and what situation would look like in the future of civil unrest. Steve Kerr, don't you trust, guys, let me say this, don't trust him. Steve Kerr is a covert racist. He has said some off-color shit. More so he's not an advocate for black people. Don't trust him. Don't trust these white liberals. I keep saying this over and over again. He's going to be like Democrats, one of those white Democrats. And then actually the Republican, the Democrat, and the Independent, they're one and the same. That's why we say don't vote. We're talking about use your money and your leverage and code and us unifying. Being unified is the best way to do things. I'm not going to tell you how to be unified because we already know with an end. And plus, you always got that Negro sellout, especially that mammy, that bedwench pygmy, that always want to say something, or that effeminate gay ass simp, that effeminate black male, and these dyke bitches, especially them dyke females, man. The black folk, the black coons, and the LGBT. I mean, we all coons. It don't matter. I mean, gay or straight, we're screwed. But it seems to me there's a little rope when black women coon, and there's a little rope when black folks, female or male, coon. The only time I see black males kind of get a pass is they are effeminate and wearing dresses. See, there's leniency. The reason why your so-called dominant allows these so-called boss ladies and all that stuff to flourish, black man, compared to you, is because they don't see him as a threat. A black man in his feminine is not a threat. Let's keep it real. Women who are in the masculine ain't a threat. Because she's a modern woman is not a threat to the system. Because they maintain the system in the plantation. Okay? That's what y'all need to understand. The intelligent, free-thinking, red pill, woke, awakened, awakened conscious black man, and the women who are in their feminine, who are very feminine and nurturing and supporting by that strong man, is a threat. That's because there's a strong family and us being intelligent about resources and the money and platforms and how to communicate and how to be unified and connect. That's a threat. You understand what I'm saying? But I'll continue via Evan Wetback. I guess this is the quotes. Yeah, I mean, I'm almost concerned. I guess they're talking about with Steve Kerr. They get quoted Steve Kerr. Yeah, I mean, the thing I'm almost concerned about is the laws in this country, said Warriors coach. He don't give a damn about black folks. So most white folks don't give a shit about black folks. First of all, black folks need to give a fuck about each other. Let's just keep it real. Our lives gotta matter to us. We gotta be black first, second, third, and fourth, and fifth, all the way to the goddamn end, all the way on this, okay? But I digress. The fact that we're seemingly okay with a teenager's right to take an AR-15 into an area where there's civil unrest. That's a really scary and concerning. Really, Steve Kerr, get the fuck out of here, bro. Okay. But this is where, with gun laws, this is why we have safer gun laws in place to protect ourselves, to protect each other. But black folks can't. But before I stop, but black folks, especially black men, with the backings of our women, we can't carry guns to protect ourselves. But that's we can't have that conversation. It wasn't shocking. It wasn't a shocking verdict. No shit. But the one that poses a great risk of risk going forward if we continue to go down this path. Open carry in states determining people just carry, even underage people, and weapons of war in this America, Triple K. Don't get that shit fucked up and incorporated, y'all. We're trending down a treacherous path. Sir, America is not going down the wrong. For black folks, it's always been a negative, badass path. We always went down the wrong path. America is built on evil, rape and pillage and slavery and exploitation and terrorism, maiming and mass murder and genocide. Get the fuck out of here. You're the same guy who said something about when Kevin Durant left the team. You said all types of racist stuff. You were no different than when LeBron James left Cleveland, like that racist owner in Cleveland. I don't know if he's still the owner of the Cleveland Cavaliers. When they didn't give LeBron James what he wanted in an offer, he left to join the Miami Heat. And then you got the owner, the Cleveland Cavaliers owner, advocating harm and violence. Now, I'm not saying Steve Kerr said the same thing. What I'm saying is that he had a lot of choice words about Kevin Durant, and black players, especially black men, who had a choice to join a team that was about to win a championship, or when it came to how much money they want to make. He had a lot of disparaging remarks. But when you had white, I know the NBA is mostly black men dominate when it comes to players. But the coaching staff is mostly Caucasian. The front office is mostly Caucasian. The general manager is mostly Caucasian. The majority of owners are mostly white males and some white females. Okay? That make more money than these athletes. Okay? So when a black man has a choice in a matter, and they don't care about the WNBA, but so when a black man has a choice, because the WNBA, it promotes lesbianism, transvestite, and all that other crap. But so when black men have a choice to pick and choose their life and where they want to go without masses permission, they turn on you. Steve Kerr, it don't matter if they link to the restaurant. They're no different. Okay? I'm going to keep telling you, they're no different. They're no different. Ain't no different. Ain't no damn different. Hold on 1 second. I'm back. And now to continue, the Warriors coach is just one of a handful of NBA voices expressing concerns amid the ruling of the Kyle Rittenhouse. But I got a question. Where's that same energy when it comes to Ahmaud Arbery? When it comes to Ahmaud Arbery, Alton Sterling, Tamir Rice, Oscar Grant? Yes, y'all talk about George Floyd, but that was more. Y'all didn't care about George Floyd, so don't get it twisted. They didn't care about Breonna Taylor, Karen Gaines, Sandra Bland, Eric Garner. They didn't care. So don't fall for the okie doke, my people. Don't fall for the okie doke. They didn't care. Y'all just wanted to get out of the house because you were on lockdown. We're just still on lockdown, but to see everything open back up. Allegedly, some stuff are still not open up. A lot of stuff are still not open. They're slowing. They're not really trying to open everything back up, But see, they're gonna let y'all have a little bit of freedom, but you gotta wear a mask. You gotta get vaccinated. So you're not free. This is about we want to make money off you sheep. Okay, and make sure you get to jab. But let me continue. The NBA constantly stayed vocal amongst issues, except y'all don't say nothing about Ahmaud Arbery and other black men who are wrongfully imprisoned for 60 years, and y'all don't have nothing to say about that, but okay. So, I mean, the politics is just ridiculous. I mean, these people trying to be like they care. This is about getting your money. This is about you supporting agendas on a slide. Okay? Look how y'all so distracted from the Ahmaud Arbery case. Okay? Now, my thing is with Kyle Rittenhouse, we already know, some of us really already understand. Those who say, well, he just shot white folk, he was just carrying a gun, that he wasn't looking to bother nobody. No, he looked to cause trouble. Let's keep it real. A lot of people are upset because Kyle Rittenhouse was looking to shoot black folks, commit genocide, mass shootings. This is what they do. But you got black folks talking about, and I'm not, and some of y'all are coons, okay? If you think that he was just, well, he has a right to walk around and defend himself. This punk ass male, Cave, was looking to shoot up black folk. And if he was to do that, right, guess what? Would y'all speak on this? Y'all were talking about, we're not, but my thing to my people, when are we going to learn how to actually protect ourselves? You can't complain about the system. The system was not designed for us, and the system is not designed on fairness. But you got black folks who don't want to listen, don't want to work with other black folks who are actually doing something. Y'all want to let these race hustlers, these Democrat shills like your Roland Martins, your Angela Rye's. Never trust a black female who's very political in white media, who always want to just speak for y'all, especially if she light skinned and she grew up in the burbs. I'm not saying, first of all, most black folks don't come from the ghetto and the hood. That's a lie. That started recently when it came to the welfare system and zoning and redlining. Okay. Okay. While these upper class white females benefit from welfare, and they still got their husbands at home. Okay, you know what I'm saying? And these foreigners too, especially these white foreigners as well. Okay? When you got these uppity Negroes, these and especially some of these black YouTubers living in nice homes, or these former entertainers and athletes, because that's what the majority of these black folks are, or these black folks who work in media, and all of a sudden they just race bait, clickbait, virtue signal. Same on YouTube. I'm not going to mention any names. Y'all know, they know who they are, and we know, some of us know who they are, okay? And they do this shit, okay? This is all about fear-mongering propaganda, because there is a solution. And I got done listening to Professor Black Truth. There is a solution, but most black folks don't want to talk about marching and protesting is a waste of time. These so-called Black Lives Matter folks, and these appointed so-called leaders are black lesbian females living in white folk areas. You got your fake woke Jamil and these black feminists speaking, talk about they're so pro-black. I don't understand why, as we as brothers, black men, why come we allow women to be pro-black and push the narrative that they're so pro-black and speak for us, when in other communities it's always the men speaking for everybody, speaking for the men and women and children? Why do we let our women, some of these who have their own agenda, who are a bunch of plantation bedwenches, mammies? Why do we let them control the narrative? And then they talk about how black men and this and that. But these women talk about they never had a voice, and they talk about how they're abused and victimized due to their own stupidity, doing the dumb, making poor choices, putting themselves in harm's way, being reckless with their bodies. But it's everybody else's fault. It's the black man who they say don't have no damn power, but they make sure to make sure most of their intelligent, black men who are self-aware, who are very strong-minded, tough-minded, who are self-efficient, who has a strong way of speaking, very masculine and very outspoken, very vocal, and actually can actually move in silence and actually be vocal at the same time. They make sure these strong black men never never get to be able to influence the people, especially in their own communities, because a lot of these females are controlled by a master. They're zaddy. You know what I'm saying? And I keep trying to tell these pro-whack Negroes, especially these niggas, about what's going on out here and this, but they're always so pro-ho. Not pro-man and woman, not pro-man, because if you're pro-man, you are automatically pro-women. You're pro-man, that means you are pro-men, you care about men, and you care about women and children, and the family and the community. But if you're just pro-woman, you're promoting anti-family genocide and thought culture, slut culture, and bitch, and these boss dumbass bitches who don't run nothing, and they just talk shit, and they are just feminazis, and they who just maintain Zaddy plantation and defend them Karens and Becky's, but they talk about divesting, but they're so down for the cause. Okay, so I'm not trying to get in no tangent, but it's time for black folks, especially us as men, to realize that we don't have no allies and we got a lot of sellouts. And I said, and to me, we could blame the previous generation and we can blame our parents and grandparents for not having pride. However, I'm tired of us being so easily manipulated by choice. I'm tired of us men being told to cower down. I got done watching Tony the Close's Instagram video about how his mom was telling him to cower towards police. And the cop was humiliating him. But see, but in a nutshell, this cowardness, especially in our men, but these women like us to be cowardly, unless when it comes to killing other black men, though, that's okay. But you notice that these women do not fear us. That means they don't respect us. That's where I'm coming from. But women are afraid of other women because they're afraid of speaking out and calling out the BS that they contribute to the fuckery. But anyhow, I want y'all to understand, man, the reason why they're trying, when you start hearing this outright political, people being outright political, especially in the lame cave stream media, when you hear all these athletes and entertainers, these celebrities, regardless of race, be all political, talk about race or talk about gender issues, never talk about men's issues. I mean, and people wonder why we have a manosphere. They never want to discuss the issues of men unless it pertains to white males. Unless it comes to white males being Me Too, now all of a sudden these women want to change into and talk about, we got, men are being getting the short end of the stick, but when it comes to black men, we don't care. Y'all gotta understand how we are so easily manipulated with all this fear mongering, all this race baiting, virtual signaling, and then to talk about how women have it hard in the first world country, but these women do not have it hard in the first world country. If these women were to go to these third world countries that don't align themselves with cave supremacy, you would understand these women will shut up. All that talking shit, all that neck rolling, all that bad attitude, that would not fly in these patriarchal nations. And they're also called third world nations because it's mostly patriarchal and the women are in their feminine and traditional and men are masculine. In first world countries, we have all this just neutral crap because and all this fake ass racial equality. It's just the powers that be wanting black folks, but specifically to be sheep and continue to fight external oppression. And I'll leave it at that. But anyway, I'm back. Y'all have a good day and make change. You are the change and you are the solution. And you be the change you need to be, and the world will follow you. Don't wait for the world to change. The world ain't gonna change for you. You need to be the change and inspire people. That's how you change the world. Anyway, y'all take care.